तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभू कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञात्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति शिखरा यस्मात् आनन्दसाम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। ॐ वेदोदधिं समुन्मथ्य ज्ञानरत्नं समुद्रितं येन तस्मै वसिष्ठाय गुरुणां गुरवे नमः। वशिष्ठ जी भगवान की जय। सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय। सद्गुरु भगवान की जय। शब्द ब्रह्म की जय। सरस्वती महारानी की जय। योग वशिष्ठ जी भगवान की जय। हरे ओम। We are discussing Yoga Vasistha Nirvana Prakaran and the last half of Nirvana Prakaran, 19th chapter. Till now we saw अपने संकल्प से कल्पित अनेक कल्पों में तथा क्षण भर में वह अपनी इच्छा के अनुसार स्वयं उदित होता है तथा पुनः पुनः उदित होकर वह फिर शांत भी हो जाता है। Till now we have discussed in detail. That detail is in shortcut. There is no end to detailed explanation. It is endless. So we have seen in detail somehow how the absolute truth by its will, sankalpa, we can say will, imagining innumerable ideas, it appears in that form in a moment by its own will, and in a moment it disappears, and like this it appears and disappears again and again within itself by its will. You know, some time ago our NASA people had given some data of God's eye. God's eye. They showed some group of stars in the form of eye, big eye. An eye is made by innumerable stars in the form of eye. And the color also of the eye is like that. The color of the stars were arranged in that way. It looks just like eye. And they declared, this eye, it appears every 3 years once, and it disappears after 3 years. And for 3 years it disappears, again it appears for 3 years. Our earthly 3 years. Different times are there in different ways, in different planes. So our earthly time is 3 years. That means in our 3 years, God opens his eyes and it closes for 3 years. Our twinkling of an eye is God's 3 years. No, our 3 years is God's twinkling of an eye. So this is how our NASA people had given the photo of all those stars formed in a shape of the eye, and color and everything was just like eye. So this is how the universe is. We saw this, but who knows how many such eyes are in this universe. We cannot claim we have seen the whole universe by our spacecraft or by any way used by our great scientists. Nothing we can have. So how many eyes are there? No, nobody knows. Sahasraksha, Sahasrapath. The God has eyes everywhere and it sees everything at all time in all conditions. And that is called awareness. All these what we say, what we discuss here, it is not just concurrent stories or theories. Scientifically, many things has been proved by the scientists, modern scientists. God particle, recently they proved how the world changes, what happens. All these natural laws what we have found long before, the Indian scientists named as saints and sages. It is being proved nowadays by modern scientists. Up to some extent they have come to agree with us. Up to some extent. They want proof. But here the proof is logic. No other proof can be given for it, and intuition and meditation. In meditation, in samadhi, all these great saints, they have seen it. That is the proof. The experience of these great saints are given in our Vedas and Upanishads, nothing else. How the creation, how the life, and how the nature acts and reacts, how all these processes go on. All these are already, it is seen. For example, of course, the story is gone. Once In shortcut I can repeat it. Once Vasistha ji found the earth is very noisy. Though when he saw it, he wanted to meditate in a lonely, solitary place. So he went to the sky. He was, Vasistha ji is a great yogi and everything, the guru of gurus and yogi of all the yogis. He is the mental child of the Creator himself. So he had all the powers like Creator. So he went to the sky searching for a lonely place. And the corner of somewhere in the universe, the sky, he found somewhat little lonely. Everywhere it is full of, even the space is full of noise. He found what he narrated to Lord Rama. That means it gives a proof the sky is not noiseless, soundless. Everywhere there is sound. And this is proved by our modern scientists. Wherever our spacecraft goes, it sends some messages, just sounds. Tick, 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 tick. In this way, the sound comes from the sky. There is sound. And that day I was telling how a bowel, around the bowel when we rotate a stick made up of 8 metals, after some time from the air or from the sky itself, we get the sound. Sound is there, it is not audible. When it clashes with something, there is friction, then only it becomes audible. So he went to corner of the sky somewhere and found little solitary. So he made a hut there by his yogic power. And sat in the hut, closing the doors. No others can enter. So he sat for some time to enjoy meditation and solitude. He was meditating, and all of a sudden, after some time, he heard some voice. It is coming from some direction, and it was the voice of some helpless lady. Somewhere some lady is in trouble, and she was shouting. So Vasistha thought, being a saint, my duty is to help others, and some helpless lady is in trouble. I must go and help her. What for she shouts? So Vasistha ji got up from the asana and came out, and he was trying to hear the sound, from which direction it is coming. So following the sound, he went towards some side, and he came to that sound origin place, and nobody is seen there. But sound is coming, and that sound was of a helpless lady. So Vasistha ji said, O person, addressing someone whom he doesn't know, why don't you be visible? I am unable to see you. Who are you? Where are you? What for you are crying? So then he saw a lady, Vidyadhari, some angel somewhere, some type of some heavenly lady, and the moment she was visible, she started praying Vasistha ji with some prayer which was just like the Vedic recharge, full of meaning and very subtle meaning. And then Vasistha ji inquired, who are you, where from you are, what do you want, what for you are crying. So she gave all the details, all the you say, what do you call it, address and everything, ID card. She said, I am the Saraswati, the creating power of another world. And in our world, the Brahma, the creator, is going to withdraw the creation, and there is going to be dissolution. So I have no work now. So I am helpless, workless, jobless. I am in our COVID time, so many people are sent out of the job, no work. So in that way, that Saraswati was having no work, no creative process, because everything is getting withdrawn. So she was helpless, and she came out of the creation, and she was crying for some help from some source, so that the creation will be sustained as it is. So she narrated everything to Vasistha ji and asked, can you help me? If you can, if you are willing, you can come with me to our universe, our world. Vasistha said, okay, I shall try. I shall console your creator Brahma. And this lady said, I know you. You are the son of the creator of other world. I know. Because they are all knowers. So Vasistha ji followed her. And after going for some distance in the sky, the Vidyadhari, that Saraswati, came near a golden rock. And she said, this is our Brahmand, our universe. Vasistha was astonished. What do you say? I see a golden rock, a piece of gold. And how do you say it is your world? No, your mind set up, or what do you call in computer? Programming. Your mind programming is different from my mind programming. So please sit here in samadhi. I shall set your mind so that you can see my mental world. See how we see the objects, and from all the story we get the clue, all the clue of the nature. how we perceive, how we see, how we behave with all our surrounding identities, beings. So, Vasistha ji sat in meditation and Saraswati entered into his brain and molded, tuned his brain. And when she came out, Vasistha ji saw not the rock. It was a beautiful big universe. From outside he saw.
Within Brahma's universe.
Yes, second Brahma's universe. But nothing inside was visible to him, but somehow he saw the outward feature. And Saraswati led him to the Brahmarandhra on the head, where from one can enter into the Brahmand, to the creation. It is just like our body. And from there, both of them entered into the Brahmand, and then everything was clearly visible to Vasistha ji when they entered inside. And they were flying in the sky, in the sky of that Brahmanda. And they reached the Brahmalok, the plane of Brahma. And there Saraswati took him to Brahma's place. And Brahmaji was sitting and meditating. And that time, when these two reached here, so Vasistha, that Brahma got up and welcomed Vasistha. Oh Vasistha, I know you are from other world. And you are welcome here, but you have come here in wrong time. It is not the time to come here. Now I am withdrawing my world, so there will be dissolution. So our Vasistha said, my Lord, can you not hold it for a little longer? He said, no, you know everything. Everything is under the clutches of great time. कालोस्मि लोकोक्षयकृत प्रबुद्धा. गीता में भगवान कहे ना, I am the great time, swallowing the lokas, the different planes, every moment. I am the great time. And who can visualize that time? Even Arjuna was unable to hold that view. He was just trembling with fear. And what to speak of us? And yet Lord Krishna had given him, or given to Arjuna, the celestial eye, the yogic eye, where one can see everything patiently. But that also failed. This is called cosmic form. What Arjuna saw in Lord Krishna. So Vasistha ji prayed, my Lord, can you not sustain it for a little longer? No, you know the great time. Everybody is in his clutches. Nothing can happen. The time has come, and get out as soon as possible from our universe, or else you will be dissolved. You will also be subject to dissolution. Whatever is there inside, everything will be dissolved. And Brahma also, and Saraswati also. So, Vasistha ji ran out and came out of that universe, and standing outside in the sky, he saw the process of dissolution, how the world was dissolving. He enjoyed it, a beautiful explanation, how the world dissolves. Beautiful explanation. And then he was coming in the way to his heart. He came across many such universes because his mind was tuned in different way. So he saw many universes. And Rama asked, can you explain some of the universes? How are they? How do they look like? Vasistha gave some description of all those different universes. And then Ramji asked, how could you see all these? He says, when the mind becomes tuned with that thought, then you can see it. Simple process. But our mind is tuned in a different way. We see our universe, and within our universe also subtle things are, subtle phenomena is not visible to us. We are so gross and so ignorant. We know nothing. And then Vasistha ji comes to his old heart. At that time he saw some other saint is sitting in his heart because it was open. Some other body was sitting there and meditating because some place, some lonely place, somebody else saw. So he entered in and he was meditating, some other Siddha. So Vasistha ji didn't want to disturb him, and he started coming back to his place. Where his place was, his home was in Saptarshi Mandal, the question mark, the 7 stars around the pole star. There his abode is. Vasistha ji's abode. He was coming back home, and at that time he forgot the hut he made by his power, where that Siddha was meditating. So when he forgot it, that hut was dissolved, and there was no support for the Siddha, so he was falling down. Down in the sky. Head down, legs up. So Rama also asked the question there, why it is head down, legs up? What is the meaning of it in the sky? That explanation is so beautiful, scientific clearance. Oh, what is down and what is up, and how the momentum is given in the sky. Everywhere there is space. In that space, what is up and what is down? Why one should fall, move in some direction, not on the other direction? Why? This is the secret of science. What is the up and down in the space? all pervading space. Why one should fall? Falling means going somewhere in some direction. Why head is down, up, leg will be up? What we know, spacewalk, it is whatever you think, your head will be always up and you can walk in the space without being falling down or going up. Nothing will happen. And when you try, your momentum, your created momentum will force you to go ahead. Wherever you face, you can go ahead without falling down or moving up. That is what we know as space walk, because there is attraction is nil there. The gravitational force and the attraction of other planets, etc., are nil there. That is neutral zone. So there you can walk as you like. You can sit on the sky, keeping a table and keeping a chair there. You can sit in the sky and eat and drink whatever you like. And these space walkers, they found some garbage in this space also. Something has accumulated there. Pollution. Pollution in that neutral zone. I am not telling it from my side, it is the scientists what they said. So, according to our views in our creation, we think something that is not same in the absolute sky. And then what is the meaning of falling down? What is going up? What is travel in the sky? All these are mysteries. Why, how, what happens? Yes, Guruji.
Maharaj, from a relative point of view, if a person is walking on a rope.
Rope.
In circus.
Yes.
So
Yes, yes.
So it is a natural tendency that you will fall down. So
Yes.
you hold the breath. You hold the breath.
Yes.
When you walk on a rope.
Yes. We have some load. What do you mean by weight? What is the meaning of weight? It is the power of attraction in one direction by some object. That is called weight. The attraction, power of attraction on the object, it is attracting according to the object which is attracting. The attraction power of the earth will be different from other objects on the earth. Attraction, every object attracts each other. That attraction is known as weight or movement. Movement also is understood in that way. That is called motion also.
Law of gravitation.
Eh?
Law of gravitation.
Pardon?
Law of gravitation.
Yes, law of gravitation. And it is gravitation used for earth attraction. But other objects are there in the space, they also attract you. Everywhere. The sun is attracting us and the earth is attracting, pulling, we can say. And the moon is pulling you. Other stars also are pulling you. This is the theory of astrology. On the other hand, this is the clue of astrology. What happens then if all these pull you from their angle, then what is the resultant force? That is to be calculated. That is what happens in the astrology. The calculator should be thorough in mathematics, calculations. So much calculation he has to do. Yes, Guruji.
Maharaj was sharing when Vasistha ji forgot his hut. Vasistha ji
Forgot means withdrew. When he forgot in the mind, that means the heart was withdrawn. It has to dissolve.
So from a relative
It is a thought process. Yes, from that point of view.
So from a relative process, if you forgot the home doesn't get dissolved. So it is not from a
No, you don't withdraw. You just saying and reality is different. We don't forget our home 100%. No. It will not dissolve. 100%.
That is in conscious as well as subconscious.
Yes. In the subconscious mind, it is there. Your home is there. Though you don't see in the eyes, by the eyes, or you don't remember by mind, but subconscious mind has that impression. Unless that deletes, the home will be there. To such an subtle, minute degree it acts. And Brahma, the creator, when he thinks, the things appear, it manifests, and when he withdraws his mind from the objects, they dissolve, they disappear. But the impressions will be there. That is how it is explained in the end of the dissolution. What happens? All the names and forms, they remain in the form of impressions in the Kalaratri, the night of the time, Kalaratri, where there is no creation, nothing is there. Only darkness pervades everywhere. And then when time activates, time sleeps there. And when it gets up, again the creation starts. That is otherwise known as the day of Brahma and night of Brahma. Kalaratri. Yes.
Swamiji, very interestingly, as you have mentioned, Lord Saraswati will be creating her own universe.
It is created by Brahma, but Saraswati is the creating power.
Saraswati.
She is helpless. If Brahma withdraws, then she is helpless.
But that is within the Brahma's creation?
Yes.
Under the power of Lord Saraswati.
Yes.
So similarly, when as a human being, when we try to put one raga or trying to make one raga sound,
Music. Yes.
music is not fast. Raga is not fast. First is meditation. If you can meditate, then only you can put the raga.
Yes.
So Brahma's
Without calm mind, you cannot do alap.
and once you put the raga, it creates another.
Yes.
Is it right?
Yes, exactly. That raga is nothing but rhythm, the vibration of the mind.
And that raga will not come unless you meditate.
Yes. And that is how Deepak Rag and क्या हुआ?
It is proved.
Proved. You can lead the lamp by thought, by the music.
Yes.
Meghamallar. Megamalar. You can bring rains, you can bring clouds, you can create clouds, and you can create rains. It is proved by the musicians.
What happens once somebody is in meditative mood, then he or she can go for the highest raga, Swamiji. Then what is that about that meditation?
Simple theory. Don't be complicated.
Uh-huh.
Everything is a vibrating process. The whole universe, everything is a vibratory process.
Yes.
And those rhythms, those vibrations, waves, they are of innumerable different types. And this sound, when we set it in a particular way, that is called raga or alap. Music is nothing but creation. Creation.
Creation in meditation.
Yes, and meditation means setting the mind's vibration in a particular way. That is the process. And this is how the yogis also create. They can do anything, undo anything by setting the mind. And mind means the waves. Just as we set our television or radio, we catch the waves and use it. Similarly, waves are there everywhere. That is called prana, the cosmic prana, cosmic energy. And we have also our individual energy, individual mind. Everywhere, waves within the waves, within the waves. We are nothing but accumulated waves, nothing else. It has taken a shape. I gave the example of water and bubbles. When the bubbles burst, innumerable bubbles burst, it gets accumulated and those foam, and it becomes solidified. We get such solid pieces in the seashore. That is called tongue of the sea. It is used for many medicinal purpose. Yes, that is only when the bubble bursts, it becomes something like foam, and foam dries up, water dries up, it accumulates as something solid. And same water you can see if we keep without Ganga water. Other waters, if you keep for some time, after few days, you will find some mud settling in the bottom. Where from it comes? It is there in the water. So, this solidity is the nature of the water. In the form of bubbles also, it gets solidified. And in long time, course of time, in billions of years, this earth has been created from the water only. Billions of yugas. And that's how the creator or Brahma or Vishnu, it took out of the water and settled. That is Varaha avatar, the incarnation of the bear, boar, the pig. All this scientifically we can understand. These are not stories. It is given you in the form of stories, full of secrets, full of laws of nature, how the nature works. Anyway,
ये जो दो पहाड़ है स्वामी जी, हर 20 साल में 1 इंच आपस में आप
ah,
क्लोजर टू ईच अदर.
we have to tune our mind to see all these, and that is called meditation, a type of meditation, tuning the mind in a particular way. And then you can see those. That is what we see. The saints, they meditated and see everything. Tuning the mind to that particular event or object. You can see it. So, now we have seen how by the willpower, the universal being sees itself